All right, folks, get ready for a real deep dive this time
Oh, yeah.
into a movie that's kind of become a Halloween staple at this point, I think.
Definitely.
Trick or Treat,
Trick or treat, yes.
2007,
Mm-hmm.
anthology film, and, I love a good anthology.
I was going to say, for me, Trick or Treat really embodies the Halloween spirit.
Yeah,
You get the scares, the spooky atmosphere,
right.
but also that touch of, like, childlike fun,
Yeah.
From when we used to go trick-or-treating.
Totally, totally. And movies absolutely filled with great horror.
Oh, for sure.
But before we really get into it,
Okay.
what makes the anthology format so special? Especially for a horror fan.
Okay, so imagine, like,
Okay.
Halloween candy,
Yeah.
a big sampler platter.
Mm-hmm.
Each piece is different. Each piece has a different flavor.
Right.
And that's what anthology films do, I think. They
Wow.
give you all these different stories,
Right.
different styles, different scares,
Yep. Yeah.
all in one film.
Oh, yeah. It's like a buffet of horror.
Exactly. You can experience, like, so many different subgenres all at once.
That's a perfect analogy.
Haha.
Or
Thanks.
Trick or Treat delivers on that variety for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Werewolves,
Yes.
vampires,
Yep.
ghosts, and, oh my God,
Oh,
that
yeah.
creepy principal.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right. But what really connects it all is Sam,
Ah, yes, Sam.
that mysterious trick-or-treater who's like the guardian of Halloween.
Right. He's become such a horror icon.
Totally.
I mean, that burlap sack mask, the
Yes.
little tattered pajamas,
Mhm.
and that lollipop he always has.
He's so creepy but kind of cute, too.
I know, right? He's got that creepy but adorable thing going on.
But he's also got this dark side.
Oh, yeah, definitely a dark side.
That power that makes sure everybody follows the rules of Halloween.
That's for sure. And the film doesn't waste any time setting those rules either.
Oh, no.
Right from the opening scene.
Ugh. Yeah, that
They're
opening.
thrown into this brutal and unexpected death.
So brutal. I remember watching it for the first time, and I was so caught off guard.
Oh, yeah.
Emma and Henry,
Mm-hmm.
1 minute they're just arguing about taking down their Halloween decorations.
Right.
And bam, she's attacked
That's like that.
by that shadowy figure in the Ghost Girl costume.
Oh, so good.
What a way to set the tone.
It's brilliant, right?
Oh, yeah.
It grabs your attention immediately,
Absolutely.
but it also introduces that theme that runs through the whole movie.
Okay, with that.
Don't disrespect Halloween traditions,
Oh, yeah, right.
or you face the consequences.
Deadly consequence.
Deadly consequences, like a morality play.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. Set on the spookiest night of the year.
And it's not just about the rules.
Ooh,
Right.
probably not.
There's this unsettling feeling to the whole movie.
Totally.
Like you said, the Halloween spirit,
Yeah.
but also this darkness
Oh, yeah.
underneath the surface of all these
Right.
suburban houses decorated for Halloween.
Exactly. Like you see these normal-looking houses with their decorations and pumpkins.
Right, totally normal.
But then you get these glimpses of something horrifying happening inside.
Yes, like that whole thing with Principal Wilkins.
Principal Wilkins.
Right. On the
He
surface.
seems so normal. Just a regular principal
Yeah.
handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters.
Exactly.
But there's this dark secret underneath.
A dark secret.
And it's hinted at throughout the film.
Oh, yeah, the hints are there.
And then finally revealed in his own storyline.
It's scary.
Oh, for sure.
He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing or something.
Totally.
Dylan Baker is just phenomenal in that role.
Oh, he's so good.
He really captures that duality,
Mm-hmm.
Going from like
Yeah.
polite and almost charming
Yes.
to cold-blooded killer.
It's chilling.
So chilling.
And it's those little details,
Yeah.
the little hints of darkness that Doherty puts in
Mm.
that make the film so effective.
I totally agree.
You're always on edge watching it,
Oh, yeah.
wondering what's going to happen next.
Totally.
Who's going to break the rules?
Right. And what fate awaits them.
It's so good. Like, remember that scene where Wilkins is trying to bury those bodies?
Oh, my God, in his backyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
And his son keeps interrupting him?
Asking for help with his jack-o'-lantern.
I know. Pure nightmare fuel.
It's terrifying, but also
Mhm.
kind of funny in a dark way.
I know, right?
You've got this totally normal suburban setting.
Right.
Father and son just hanging out.
Yep.
And then, bam,
Yeah.
you realize the horrifying reality of what's happening.
It's so messed up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And don't forget,
Huh?
that connection back to the opening scene,
Oh, yeah.
the vampire mask,
Under the sheet.
when he attacks Emma.
It's those little touches,
Mm-hmm.
those callbacks and foreshadowing moments
Yeah.
that make Trick or Treat so good.
It really rewards you for watching it multiple times.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So many layers to unpack.
And speaking of connections,
Okay.
the way the movie jumps around in time,
Oh, yeah, the non-linear structure. Yeah, the stories all weave in and out of each other.
Throughout the whole night.
Right.
Yeah.
It adds so much to the movie.
Definitely. It's like putting together a puzzle,
Mhm.
watching these separate stories come together.
And overlap in unexpected ways.
Exactly. It makes you really pay attention.
It's so smart. Doherty doesn't just hand everything to you.
No, not a...
He trusts us to follow along.
And figure it out.
Yeah, and I think it makes the whole experience way more engaging.
For sure. You feel like you're really part of the mystery.
Right. It's like you're trick-or-treating through all these different stories.
Ah!
You never know what you're going to get at the next house.
That's such a good way to put it.
Right. And that anticipation of wondering how it's all going to connect
Keeps you hooked the whole time.
from beginning to end.
It's what makes Trick or Treat so unique.
I agree.
It's not just about jump scares.
Oh, definitely not.
Or gore or anything like that.
It's about the atmosphere.
The storytelling.
And just like a real love for Halloween.
Exactly. You can tell Dirty really loves Halloween.
Okay, so we talked about the structure,
Yeah.
the themes, but let's get into the specific stories.
Let's do it.
Where do we go next on our old trick-or-treating adventure?
How about a surprise party?
Ooh, a surprise party.
Yeah, it's a classic werewolf story, but with a twist.
Werewolves, all right. I'm down for that.
Perfect. Let's get ready for some surprises
I'm ready.
and some fantastic practical effects.
Okay, lead the way.
Let's dive in. Okay, so werewolves. Surprise party.
Oh, yeah.
It takes that classic werewolf idea and kind of turns it on its head.
Right.
Instead of one lone wolf, we get a whole pack of them.
Okay.
And they're all women.
Yeah, that's what I love about this story.
Right.
It's like a slumber party gone wrong,
Totally.
but with like fangs and claws.
Haha, exactly. A bit of teenage angst.
Yeah.
Mixed with a whole lot of bite.
But it's not just a typical werewolf story, right?
No, definitely not.
It's got those deeper themes.
Yeah, like coming of age, female empowerment.
Right, all through this monstrous lens.
Exactly. It's not just high school drama.
Yeah.
They're dealing with this primal transformation.
It's like their inner turmoil is becoming...
Literally.
Yeah, literally a monster.
And we can't forget about those transformations.
Oh, the transformation scenes?
Yes. The practical effects are amazing.
Oh, they're so good.
So much better than CGI.
Right. Like, you really feel the transformation happening.
Visceral.
Yeah.
You can almost feel the fur and the bones.
It's so much more impactful.
Definitely. But you know, this segment isn't all serious.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of dark humor in it, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like the girls in their innocent costumes.
Right. Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, little Bo Peep.
And then they turn into these ferocious werewolves.
It's like a twisted fairy tale.
I love that scene where Lori,
Wow.
she's all hesitant at first.
Doesn't even want to be at the party.
And bang.
She embraces her inner werewolf.
She takes down Principal Wilkins.
It's so satisfying.
It is, right.
Even though it's terrifying, it's also kind of like you're cheering for her.
I know. And those costumes. It's like they're taking back those traditionally innocent figures.
Yeah, giving them power.
Yeah. And a ferocity that's usually reserved for
men.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a commentary on
societal expectations.
Yeah, and how women can
break free from them.
Break free. But also there's that element of consequences again.
Oh yeah, that theme runs through the whole film.
Right. Like they're victims of bullying, but their actions have consequences.
It's that balance. Horror and humor.
Innocence and darkness.
That makes Trick or Treat so good.
I completely agree.
But let's move on
Okay.
from the werewolves.
Yeah.
Something a little more chilling.
Ooh, okay.
The Halloween School Bus Massacre.
Yeah, that one's...
It's definitely the most unsettling story.
Oh, absolutely.
It goes to some really dark places.
Yeah, like bullying and cruelty.
And the consequences of prejudice.
And the story of those 8 children.
Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking.
So tragic.
But the way Doherty builds the tension
as
as those teenagers go down into the quarry,
it's masterful.
it gets so intense.
The atmosphere just gets heavier and heavier.
And the sound design.
Oh, the sound design is amazing in this part.
Right, like the wind, the echoes.
Yeah, it all adds to that feeling of unease.
And then Macy's narration.
About the bus crash legend.
It's chilling.
You're just piecing together this horrific event.
Yeah, and the history of the place just adds to it.
It's like the quarry itself is haunted.
But you know what I find interesting about this story?
What's that?
It's ambiguous.
Oh, for sure.
Like, we know those kids were victims.
Of a horrible act.
But is it really the ghosts tormenting those teenagers?
Right.
Or is it just their own guilt and fear?
That's a great point.
Like, is it supernatural or psychological?
It's up to the viewer to decide.
I love that.
And then there's Rhonda.
Oh yeah, Rhonda.
She's bullied so much.
By the other teenagers.
But what's her role in all of this?
We never really know for sure.
Is she a victim?
Or is she manipulating things?
We just don't know.
And that makes it even more intriguing.
Dory doesn't give us all the answers.
And that makes us think.
Engage with the material on a deeper level.
It's so much more than just a simple horror story.
It makes you question things.
Think about different perspectives.
Speaking of questioning things,
Yeah.
Where does Sam fit into all of this?
Oh, good point. Sam.
He's there in the background, influencing events.
Making sure the rules are followed.
Like a supernatural force.
Yeah, almost like karma.
Punishing the wicked.
But is that all he is?
Right, we haven't seen the full extent of his power yet.
Yeah?
For that, we need to go to the final segment.
Meet Sam.
Yes, meet Sam.
That's where we finally learn the truth.
About our little treater.
And his connection to this crazy Halloween night.
Let's uncover those secrets.
Okay, I'm ready to meet Sam. All right, we've seen werewolves, we've dealt with ghosts, and oh man, that principal.
Don't even get me started on that guy.
Right. But now it's time for the main event. Yeah, we finally get to meet Sam.
Our mysterious little trick-or-treater.
Who's been lurking in the shadows this whole time.
Enforcing the rules of Halloween.
With an iron fist? Or
a lollipop.
Yeah, maybe a lollipop.
It's amazing how much suspense Doherty builds around Sam.
I know, right? We never even see his face.
Not really.
Or hear him speak.
Nope, not a word.
But he's still so terrifying.
It's like he represents all our childhood fears.
Those Halloween stories and urban legends.
Come to life.
And his design is so simple but effective.
Totally. The burlap sack mask.
So creepy.
The pajamas, the lollipops.
It's like he's hiding something truly evil.
Underneath that innocent exterior.
Yeah, like a monster in disguise.
And then that reveal about Mr. Krieg.
Oh my God, Mr. Krieg.
The grumpy old man.
Who we find out was the bus driver.
Responsible for those kids' deaths.
It all comes full circle.
Right. Sam has been there all along.
Like a puppet master.
Making sure justice is served.
Even if it's a twisted kind of justice.
Yeah, it makes you wonder about Sam's role.
What do you mean?
Is he just punishing the wicked?
Or is there something more?
Like, is he maintaining some kind of balance?
Oh, that's interesting.
It's open to interpretation.
And that's what makes it so good.
Makes you want to rewatch it and look for those clues.
I know. Every time I watch it, I catch something new.
That final confrontation between Sam and Krieg.
Oh, man. So intense.
The tension is just building and building.
And that shot of Sam's lollipop.
As he walks up to the house.
You know something bad is about to happen.
And the way Krieg just dismisses him at first.
Like he's just a kid.
Yeah, and then he realizes...
Too late.
That Sam is not what he seems.
And that moment when Sam spares him.
But then shows his true face.
Ugh, I get chills just thinking about it.
It's like a glimpse into another world.
Something ancient and powerful.
And then Krieg's fate.
Answering the door to those ghostly children.
Is it mercy or a worse punishment?
We don't know.
It's the perfect ending.
Trick or Treat is just such a well-crafted film.
Packed with so much.
Emotion, suspense, and horror.
It stays with you long after it's over.
It makes you think about those Halloween traditions.
And the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface.
You know, like the movie itself.
Exactly.
It's fun and festive.
But also creepy and thought-provoking.
It's a must-watch for any horror fan.
Especially around Halloween.
It really captures the spirit of the season.
The fun and the fright.
But it also reminds us to respect the rules.
Or face the consequences.
All right, well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into Trick or Treat.
What a ride.
If you enjoyed this spooky discussion...
Be sure to let us know in the comments.
What are your favorite moments?
Did you catch all the hidden details?
And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great movie reviews.
We've got plenty more scares coming your way.
Happy Halloween, everyone.